Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and welcome back to the office for a bit of a Steam day today. Lighting's all weird here. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a fine day today. Welcome back to our final live stream of the week. Yeah, I know it's just Tuesday, but it is the final live stream of the week because that's the way my work schedule works out. So we're starting out today with Sentinel. This is one we've had for a while that Tyler donated to us some time back, and it seems like it's kind of a cool shoot 'em up arcade style thing with a lot of retro vibes to it for sure. It's kind of cool. It's got cool music. You can hear the music hopefully in the background, and yeah, it looks kind of neat. So let's get you guys set up here. We're gonna start with this, and then yeah. No major projects or anything today, no major themes or anything. We're not going to Super Nintendo doing all that stuff. We'll figure out that for next week. Today's just kind of basic. We're going to go through the two main series that we're going to go through. Because we're getting some pretty interesting parts of both of them. And it's going to be the main thing we're going to do today is go through Yakuza first and then Shenmue 3. Because I think we did Yakuza earlier. And then like Shenmue was like last night or whatever. So we're kind of just doing that in that order. But just a little bit of each today. Another kind of day that I need to sort of get up early tomorrow. So let's get you guys hooked up and get going. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about this. I kind of watched a demo of it. I got a huge library of games that Tyler has donated over time, and some really interesting ones that I want to kind of finally start digging into. Obviously, I only got so much space on the hard drive, but do kind of want to start digging in some of these. There's some very cool indie games that he has given to us, and just kind of sitting on my library, you know. It's like, we need to check some of this stuff out. Seems like this is working with our controller, which is cool. Got the old, our 8-bit do controller. Before we do that, let's... Actually, it's a little easier when I move this over here. There we go. Let me bring up the chat real quick. Because I don't trust that chat on the phone anymore. So I need to make sure I'm seeing everything on here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, well now we have it up there, so we're good. Alright, let's try this out. Should we go retro? Is our skill? I like retro. I like everything's retro. What do we have? Arcade, boss. Oh, I don't think we've unlocked. Yeah, we haven't unlocked the other levels yet, so we gotta stick with arcade, and we can do either retro, hard, or normal. So, guess we can, we can do one of 3 levels, 1A, 1B, or 1C. Okay. This thing moves fast. can use the D-pad or the joystick. I'm going to try with the D-pad for now. No lack of retro vibes for this game, though, for sure. Yay. I think that's good. Alright, level 1B. Here we go. Hey, Tyler is here. Welcome. Yes. This is pretty cool. I saw the demo of this. I just randomly looked at this one. I'm like, oh, this actually is right up my alley. And yeah, this is right up my alley, the type of retro games that I like. So, very cool indie game for sure, no doubt. Yeah, a lot of action going on for sure. And one of the best things, it only takes up 300 megabytes. That 300 megabytes. I'm like, hey, thank you for not taking up 90 gigabytes of my hard drive. 300 megabytes. I could do that any day. Very cool. Yeah, definitely. Just like, it's always a good. Love the shoot 'em ups for sure. Oh, okay, so there's a sequel to it. Oh, awesome. Okay. I will definitely keep an eye out for that. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Very nice. That looks like cool graphics for sure. Yeah. Coming soon. All right. Awesome. Okay. Uh-oh.
I score.
So we did the retro. Let's try the normal one. I don't know. Let's see if that's any different. I don't know if I can really tell much of a difference between the two of them. Seems like it's kind of the same. Just so far, I kind of just, all the different, just kind of all the different actions going on, all the different enemies coming at you. Very, the fast pace of it was definitely something that kind of, I guess if you want to say surprised me, definitely that kind of fast-paced action was definitely, also liked all the retro sounds, too. The retro sounds were really neat. I appreciate all that, so. All the robotic sounds, very 80s and stuff like that. Oh, hello, John. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, like this would, no, exactly, because this would fit into easily any sort of shoot 'em up arcade style game back in the 80s. This would just fit right in. So they did a really good job at making it feel retro. But yeah, it plays really well here on Steam on a newer PC. So yeah, they did a good job at this. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Curses box cipher. Yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure. would definitely rate it pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's just again, yeah, the retro feels of it. I would definitely get a good rating for just kind of the retro action, the quick action pace to it. Yeah, I would definitely rate this as good, for sure. Yeah, both my mom and dad were into that a little bit. They liked a lot of the retro. Like my mom's like the Centipede, Galaga type games like that. Tetris also, Dr. Mario. So the puzzle games, and she liked that. My dad was big into like the airplane games, so like the 1942 style games or whatever. He was into that type of stuff. He also liked Pinbot, which was a old pinball game. He was really into Pinbot. Yeah, he really enjoyed the pinball one. It was a really unique pinball for its time, so I could understand why he liked it. A lot of cool sounds and stuff to it. Yeah, Mom definitely, she was the Centipede, Galaga, and there might have been a few other arcade games, but I can't remember too much. So it's the kind of the main ones I remember is Centipede and Galaga, which is like why we had the Centipede in Wayne's Arcade World. Because of her. I think we might have gotten past this one now. That's cool. Nice. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. They probably made a good amount with pinballs too, because they're selling a lot of new pinballs, you know, so. Yeah, hard to say how much of that is pinballs, but you know, they're making a lot of Stern. I would love to one day. One of the ones that Stern had was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball. They kind of redid the original one. I'd love to get my hands on the original Data East Turtles pinball, but they actually did really good. I saw it the last Midwest Gaming Classic used for like $7,000. Like, okay, well, I don't have $7,000 with me today, but that's like, I haven't attempted to get a used one, but new ones are obviously more expensive than that. But yeah, it is a really cool pinball game. It's, you know, I don't even know if my cousin has a Turtles one yet. Because yeah, the Stern pinballs are so expensive. Uh-oh, who's that guy? Yeah, just really good sounds on here, man. Like, I mean, they leaned in heavily with the retro sounds on this. I'm not even really sure what game to compare this to. It does remind me a lot, but yeah. It's unique, though. And it's interesting, you can only go so far to the left or right. You only got limited spots, so it's not like a constant scrolling thing, like a lot of games, but you just constantly go left or right. This one, you're just going around the ship, basically, so a lot of back and forth, which, yeah, that's probably something that surprised me, too, that I didn't know that, like, I just thought it was going to be just going through the world type thing. In this, you just gotta go. It's interesting. You gotta go back and forth, but it's hard though because you can't. You gotta like avoid a lot of the blue things because otherwise, then you lose life because you hit like their barriers and stuff there. So you really gotta. And it's a challenge at a fast pace like this to just kind of maneuver around everything and still get the enemies. But yeah, you literally, like, you can't. You try to go this way, it just kind of pushes you back. So I'm not really sure what the good strategy is here. I've not figured out a good strategy yet for the game. I'm just kind of shooting whatever I can. It's kind of my strategy right now. Yeah, so you just try to go left, like, whoop, push you back. Okay, we got some cool lasers now. This should help. Yeah, that's true. Guardian ejected. He must be like the boss guy or something like that. Boss battle. Yeah, I did have that for a while until I moved out of my childhood home. I had a lot of the games started to break, but yeah, it was fun as a kid having those arcade games, and you know, I would love to have that again sometime. But yeah, it was fun, you know, but it was my job to kind of to maintain them, clean the games up. Obviously, I didn't know how to troubleshoot them and fix them when they started breaking and the monitors started breaking. I had to get my cousin back in there, but yeah, I was the one, you know, I was cleaning the glass of the pinball and cleaning the playfield and everything of the space shuttle. Space shuttle's awesome, man. I'll have to show you guys a little, see if I can find a YouTube video of the actual pinball, because I've talked about, I haven't talked about a lot, but you know, we played Avalanche, Centipede, so I had two uprights, Avalanche and Centipede. I had the tabletop 1942, and if you've watched the History of Wayne's Arcade World video, you've seen all that, but the one thing that I haven't been able to play on the retro PC or anything here is obviously pinball. You know, you're going to have pinball games on a... They might do some replica. It would be nice, though, if they did have a Steam game that replicated a classic pinball game, for sure. That'd be fun, but I'll have to see if I can find a good YouTube video that kind of shows the gameplay of Space Shuttle. It was a really cool pinball. And that, I don't know how we ended up with that, honestly. That was actually the second thing we got. The first game we got was the Avalanche, the 1978 game or whatever. I think just it was something that extra that my cousin had in stock. Like, it wasn't like I didn't go, oh yeah, I want Space Shuttle. That's a pinball I was... Like I said, if I could choose one, I would have chosen the Turtles one. I don't know. I don't know how that transaction was between my parents and my cousin Pat. So I don't know how Space Shuttle actually came to be. But it was cool. I had it decorated up with a few decorations. So like I remember I had a little a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Don. I think it may have been Raphael, and he was like in a space outfit. So I had that in there. I had a few other little decoration stickers and stuff, and I kind of put throughout the playfield and stuff like that, out of the way of everything in there. But that was kind of fun. And yeah, it stayed until my cousin took it back. It was in the arcade for the longest time, but then, you know, after I moved out of Northlake, it was hard for me to maintain things and keep up with it, you know, so eventually he took the Space Shuttle back and the Clax Turtles in Time combo arcade cabinet. He took both of those back to the arcade to fix them up. And he was gonna, but I guess he just didn't find time with the other project. he was going to retrofit the space shuttle, get all the electronics fixed on it. It had a lot of electrical issues. Sweet, we've unlocked some stuff, guys. And I think it saves the progress, so I can go back into this and do more levels and stuff like that, which is cool. He was gonna put all new like LED bulbs in it and put it in the arcade, but again, I don't know. You know, it's my cousin's so busy, and again, I'm still trying to find. Hopefully, have time where he can get a arcade cabinet out to me here in McHenry at some point. And it just kind of hasn't happened yet. So, but yeah, this is cool. All right, let me exit out of here. So now, so we've unlocked in the arcade mode skill. So we're doing better in the normal. I don't know what retros, but we're actually doing a little better in the normal one, so I guess we'll stick with that. But yeah, pretty cool, man. I don't know what the mixer thing is. Begin a mixer broadcast to play. Broadcast viewers spawn the enemies and power-ups. Oh, so this must be some online thing. You can play it online with folks, something like that. And I'm really gonna worry about that, but I mean, we're kind of broadcasting it to you guys, but yeah, I'm not really too familiar with this, and I probably have to have an account for this, which I'm sure I do not anyway. And that just exits out like that, so kind of neat. That's neat. Well, let me show you guys, and then we'll get into the main games. Yeah, so we have another day today where I have to kind of go to bed early. I have to take my daughter somewhere in the morning, and then I also have to go to work, obviously, tomorrow night, and it's been warm, so I've been kind of avoiding it, but I have a bunch of lawn care. I got to mow the lawn or some weeds and junk I got to get, so I've been putting it off, and I got to hopefully find a little time in the morning to do that. Hopefully I can do it early enough before it starts to get too hot or whatever, but yeah, Space Shuttle Pinball. Let me see if I can find a picture here. Again, for those of you who haven't maybe not seen this video, let me show you. I can show it to you because it's my own video, so I ain't copyrighting myself, so. I just gotta find it. There we go. So. Yeah, let me show you. You guys want to watch this part of my video here? You guys may have not seen this, but if you want to go, if you want to watch the full thing, it is a 43-minute video, so I won't bother you with all that today. But let's just maybe look at the pictures of this real quick. Some of the old pictures of my games. This is in North Lake, my childhood home. All these pictures, or most of them, should be. Yeah, I go through some later ones. We can look at some of that too, I guess, or a little bit. Yeah, let's do a little bit of it. Up until I moved out, got married, and then obviously I had apartments, renting small houses, etc. So I didn't have room for an arcade, so these games just stayed in North Lake. And then eventually, when I moved here to McHenry, I had a spare room to make the new Wayne's Arcade World, which is Wayne's Arcade World without the actual arcade. So let's unmute this. Hopefully you guys can see this.
Further ado, let's get on to the first photo. Now I know we've discussed this before, but real quick, go over.
Yeah, let me, maybe I'll do a speed up just so it goes a little quicker so you guys don't listen to me blab for 20 minutes, but.
For one more time, Wayne's Arcade World was established in 1991 with the game Avalanche. Shortly thereafter, we got the Pinball Space Shuttle. After that, my dad really wanted the arcade game Spy Hunter, but you know anything about that cabinet, you know it is a very tall cabinet. And even though my cousin Pac-Man Pat can do miracles getting games just about any place, he could not get that game upstairs in our house in North Lake 2 version 1.0 of Wayne's Arcade World. It wasn't happening, so we ended up getting Centipede in 1942 as a replacement. And then we had those 4 arcade games up until 2005, which we'll discuss later. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any pictures from 1991 or 1992 for whatever reason saved on my personal friends and family website, so we have to start with 1993. Now, this is a very interesting one. This is my friend Drew, by the way. Now, everyone I'm going to show here is an adult at this point, so I have no problem with giving their first name at least. But this is my friend Drew, and not only is this my friend Drew, but this is the friend that had the Sega Genesis. I've got that before. I had a friend that had a Genesis, I had a friend that had the PlayStation, I had a friend that had
Yeah, so if you can't hear my quick talking, this is my friend that had the Sega Genesis. So he's the one that introduced me to Sonic and the Sega world. Whether he ever owned a Dreamcast, I don't know. The only thing I remember him owning was the original Genesis. In his bedroom, a little TV, classic 90s little tiny TV in his bedroom with the Sega Genesis. Spent a lot of time playing Genesis. This is 1942, which you guys have seen on stream now many times. But it was a tabletop, so it was flat like this. It used to be a different game. And there you go. Here's the pinball.
Now, I'm just kind of doing a background voice, so I can't really point anything on this photo. So the kid on the left is another one of my close neighborhood friends, Jesse, and on the right is my cousin, Andy. This is our space shuttle pinball. This is still 1993, and you can see my first stereo there. This was before my awesome Iowa AIWA stereo. I can't remember what brand this stereo was. It wasn't anything fancy. Did have a CD player and a double cassette player, and you can see my cousin looks like he's got one of my little microphones there. I recorded something onto audio cassette, and then right above him you have my dartboard, which was okay. It was called electro darts. It had suction cup things, but never really stuck well to the dartboard. But yeah, that was Game Dark Cable for a very long time as well. Continuing in 1993, here is Drew's brother Danny. Speaking of Danny, he is playing Centipede. So we already had Centipede.
Okay, so here's my Centipede.
1993, we had full set games. Continuing in 1993, here is kind of an aerial picture of Space Shuttle, stereo, and the dartboard. And now we have entered 1994. This is September.
Again, here we are back to 1942. Now we have the 1942 upstairs in. This is still version 1.0 of Wayne's Arcade World upstairs before my sister was born. After she was born, she took this room and we moved the arcade downstairs into the basement, and then that became version 2.0, which was the last version until I moved to McHenry. So that's why I call McHenry version 3.0 of Wayne's Arcade World. There's a turtle over there. Space Shuttle, one of my little hamsters walking around there.
Usually chill hamster that never hid, never ran away, just kind of chilled outside around the bed. Yeah, a really cool hamster. I had many, but he was the coolest hamster.
And here you can kind of see, again, this is Space Shuttle. Most of this is original. There might be a sticker or two I put on here, but you can't see it. Obviously, these were actually 35 millimeter prints that I printed, scanned. We're talking back in like my Windows 95 days, Windows 95, 98 PCs. I scanned all these and I made like my own little personal website blog that had these pictures on it. Really cool. It's not really archivable anymore. I don't think you can find it. I have a couple things archived. I'll show you guys at some point down the road. The remaining of my website projects that are still remaining online. A lot of history in that too, but the personal website I don't think is available online anymore. But I had a lot of those files still available on old PCs, and I pulled them off the PCs as I discussed when I was getting them off the old hard drives. Yeah, I did talk about that in the previous live stream, how I got them all these files off of Windows 95 and Windows 98 PCs, but couldn't get them off the Windows 3.1 PC. Well, I had all these website files on those 95, 98 PCs, so I had all these pictures scanned, saved, and I've archived them. They're on external hard drives. And then what I did, not long after I made my first Facebook page back in like 2008 or whatever, I put those into photo albums. So when I do a project like this and doing a documentary thing on Wayne's Arcade World, all I got to do is, I don't have to dig into my external hard drives or anything. I just download them off Facebook. So they've been scanned, uploaded, they've been uploaded to Facebook. So each time you do all these uploads, you lose some resolution. So that's why they're fuzzy. But this is the Donatello, the space Donatello. He has a little helmet. Sometimes his helmet would fall off and fall down into the game, and I had to put it back in there. But yeah, that's Raphael. He usually was in that little corner because there was another little thing that kind of held him into place. But most of this is original. But it's just a really cool play field here. And I'll see if I could show you something really quick that'll kind of at least show you quickly what the play field is. This was really cool. I did a little bit moving around, basically. We're still upstairs, version 1.0. We got a Beavis and Butthead poster up there, which is cool. Depeche Mode. This is actually, Tyler might like this. This is, you can't see it that real well, but this says Radical Dude. And you might recognize the little yellow hand there. Yep, that is a Bart Simpson poster. I don't remember too well what it looked like, but Yes, I had a Bart Simpson poster that said "Radical Dude." Again, Beavis and Butthead. There's Butthead. This is actually them going around the washing machine. Uh, because that was always my favorite. My dad's favorite episode was the one where they're doing the washing the dog, and then I think they go around the wash machine. I don't know. There's also I think a Three Stooges poster back here that probably my dad put that one back there. He was a big Three Stooges fan. Still is a big Three Stooges fan, but yeah, this was really cool. When I had these two, it really felt like I had a real arcade when I had these two games next to each other, and I'd have it dark in the room, and you'd have the marquee lit up, you'd have the coin lights lit up, the glow of the CRT monitors, the buzz of just all the lights and the electronics. It just really gave me arcade vibes. And again, I'm young here, man. I'm barely a teenager at this point. Maybe not even officially yet, if depending if it's like 93, 94, 95. I don't know. But I was very close to becoming a teenager, but still pretty young. And yeah, this was just cool. But I cleaned all these inside out. I cleaned out the playfield of the space shuttle. I took care of everything. I had my chalkboard here where I kept track of high scores.
What next to the Centipede? I always thought this was really cool. Having these two games together, just a whole arcade vibe.
Which I'm discussing right now here.
All the lights in the room, all the decorative lights, and just have those two games on, and the glow of fluorescence on the marquees and the coin maps, and how that put the glow into the room. It's hard to describe. I know it doesn't make sense, but there was a vibe when I did that, and yeah, I'll never forget that. Of course, we had all the turtles on the top of the games. You're gonna see turtles as a big theme throughout Wayne's Arcade World's history, and still obviously part of Wayne's Arcade World Inverted 3.0. And I think I have a Depeche Mode poster on the left. Both my cousin Andy, who you've already seen, and I were really into Depeche Mode and a shirt back in the day. On the right, we also have my Raggedy Ann chalkboard from my childhood. I reused that for a while to record high scores from these arcade games. Still in 1994, here's a picture of Space Shuttle. You can see 1942 on the bottom left corner. One other interesting thing, you can see an Acer box underneath the Space Shuttle. It was mostly used for storage at this point, but it was a box from one of my old Acer systems. All right, we are at 1995 now. Now, you can see a little digital signboard up on the top there. Yeah, that was like...
A lot of these are going to be kind of repeat pictures, so let's skip again. This is... watch this video if you want, but let me show you a lot of this stuff's going to be the same here. One of my childhood cat snuggles right here.
1995 here is my cat Snuggles sitting on top of 1942. She likes to do that a lot. And now we are at 1996, and these next few photos, you're going to start to see balloons, and up on top here...
Yeah, you see these balloons and stuff, because this was 1996. This was the 5-year anniversary of Wayne's Arcade World. I designate that because 1991, I don't remember the exact month. If I still had this little this little thing here, this actually talks all about the history of Wayne's Arcade World. These may as well, but I don't know if this ever got saved or not. But anyway, yeah, it was 1991 when I got Avalanche. Still about 10 years before Tyler came around. Yeah, Wayne's Arcade was about 10 years older than Tyler. And yeah, so I have banners celebrating the 5-year anniversary. Again, a lot of retro stuff. Dartboard, NBA Jam, more Turtles. My little Mario high score board. Couple old radio stations, bumper stickers for radio stations that no longer exist. 92.5 DEK in DeKalb, where all my cousins all lived out that way. And then Y108. Yeah, there was Y108. It was 107.9. It's been Spanish forever, but back then it was kind of a pop music station. It was one of my favorite stations. Dare to Keep Kids Off Drugs, Chicago Bulls. I'm not sure what that is. Something about, looks like Wilderness or something there. Some decorative lights, a basketball phone. This, which is this right here. This is still in Wayne's Arcade World. Yep, this was one of the few decorations that I've been able to save from the original Wayne's Arcade World. And it's still downstairs today, and you've probably seen it, hopefully, a million times in live streams and the videos. And then, yeah, 1999, although we transferred it over in 1997, because that's when my sister was born, and we moved everything downstairs. These are pictures from 1999. Again, the same game, Space Shuttle, Centipede, a lot of decorations. This we still have. This, I'm not sure what happened to the Alive, a new lava lamp. This partly was saved, but I think it was broke. May or may not work, but we lost the bulb. This is a really cool decorative bulb, but that got lost. This thing stopped working. I might have it in the garage. Here's some of the... if you ever seen the video where I show you my Wayne's Arcade World mirrors, which are above my closet now, those are the same mirrors. Wayne would be somewhere over here, but this says Arcade World. This is Chumbawamba. I got mirrors for some of the bands that I like back then. You can see one of my old computers right here.
Here's to 1999. My sister at the door, she took over the room. That means arcade room first 1.0 was in.
My Iowa stereo. I love that stereo. I wish I had saved it. I have no idea what happened to it. Really cool CD, multi-CD, multi-cassette stereo. Great sound to it. Very 90s vibe. Loved my Iowa stereo. Don't know what happened to it, fortunately.
Here on the left, we're going to get a better shot of that in a moment as well. Right here. So 1992, you have our
Yeah, I said 1992, 1999. A little display mirror, electronic display board, which was really cool. Dave Matthews Band. Here's the 1942 again. And then this is, I've discussed, so I had this little CRT. At this point, I had my Acer Aspire Windows 95 machine upstairs. This is the Windows 3.1 machine. This is the one that I may or may not want someone to help me restore and get started again. This is the one that had Windows 3.1 on it, and that's the only one I couldn't get the files off of. And I had the weird thing, like I discussed yesterday, where I had to boot it off of a boot it off a floppy disk in order to get it loaded. And it was very, I had to modify that disk to get things to load properly. It was just a mess. This is a Pepsi Kleenex box that I turned into a little bank, a little gumball machine. There's the dartboard again. I don't know whatever happened to the dartboard, but that was kind of garbage anyway. So never really wanted to say that anyway. But yeah, this is the one that I still have. This is in the new Wayne's Arcade roll in the closet, just sitting there. I don't know what it is to get it started again, but it would be cool if I can get that thing Windows 3.1 and those files saved.
Right below that, besides the old steel bank, something that I did. Right next to all that, you are going to see the Packard Bell multimedia computer that I've got to.
A very young sister playing 1942. More folks playing 1942. One of the kids my mom babysat back then.
Brother, and of course, we were still in version 2.0 of Wayne's Arcade World.
So 2005, Tyler's born. Tyler exists at this point. This is again still version 2.0. Before I had moved out of Northlake still. Actually just kind of shortly before I met my wife, not long before I met my wife, about a year or so before I even met my wife. Yep, still, so these are all kind of newer pictures, but again, here's another kind of better, because now I finally have a digital camera in 2005, so again, these are all uploaded to the same website, but it's much, much clearer now. You can kind of see the play field here, and you can see Raphael a little better, the random sticker that I put that there. Centipede, Space Shuttle again, some of my Rugrats figures, Centipede, Avalanche. Here's another much clearer picture of my Iowa stereo. Yep, so as I'm talking about here, this is up here, I'm taking these final pictures before my cousin comes, because at this point, the 1942, the monitor died. The monitor died on the Avalanche, and the monitor died on the Centipede. And it was like this for some significant time before my cousin actually came out to take these games away, and then he gave me the Clax Turtles game, which I'll show you guys in a moment.
Okay, here is the 1942 on my cousin's truck. I never saw this thing again. So that is my sister on the left there on the truck. My cousin's husband on the right.
I'll show you these. So now they're here with their truck. Bring it back to the cab.
I never saw this thing again. So that is my sister on the left there on the truck. My cousin's husband on the right, Glenn, getting everything all secure with the Avalanche and Centipede. And here is my replacement for 3
Turtles in Time. That's what we got in return. There's this Neo Geo. So this is, we talked all about the Neo Geo. We played some of the Neo Geo games. I know it's kind of rare to see that anymore. This is an actual Neo Geo. You had the little sort of almost thumbnail looking 1, 2, 3, 4, choose between the games. I can't tell. This is, I think, 2020 Super Baseball. Burning Fight. I'm not sure. Burning Fight, 2020. This he just had on his truck. He was probably either bringing us to a location or bringing it back from a location. He was not giving me a Neo Geo. I don't think my cousin liked me that much to give me a Neo Geo. I would have loved to have that. That would have been awesome, because I would have had 4 games in an arcade right there. But yeah, I don't think my cousin ever liked me that much to give me a Neo Geo. But this did go to me, and I'll show you that picture in a moment.
Turtles in Time.
There we go. So now it's officially set up. Again, we're 2005 still. Yep. Yeah, all it's working. And then I had 2 boards, and I just had to go down to where the coin slot is, and switch it back and forth between Turtles in Time and Clax, as it was a JAMA board, so I could switch it back and forth pretty easily, kind of plug and play almost in a way. Sort of plug and play, but yeah.
All my turtle decorations on top there. Moving ahead a few more days. Again, we got my cousin's kids. We got Amanda on the left playing Space Shuttle.
And then I think again, watch this if you want. Down here it actually goes a little bit. I discussed in the beginning about how I started out sort of as a web designer turned YouTuber. And then what was my inspiration for Wayne's Arcade World? I talk a lot about my memories of the arcade and Maple Park. And then kind of what my future plans are, which will be interesting to review, see how close I got to my future plans. I just did that a while ago. But I want to show you, before we get back into Yakuza here, I want to show you, this is wild if you guys haven't seen this yet. I think I may have exited out. Where is my... Oh, okay, it's on. I got this full screen, so it's my chat's hiding right now. But this is what Wayne's Arcade World version 3.0 looked like before we moved out. When we did the first tour before committing to buy the house, this is 2020. They lived in that house, our house now, from 1981, and they collected a lot of stuff. And yeah, they were clean hoarders, but I would kind of call them kind of border hoarders, which I'm kind of a borderline hoarder as well. But yeah, they had interesting collections of things, and the room that the Wayne's Arcade World would eventually become was no exception. And yes, here it is, 2020. This is my first looking at what would eventually become Wayne's Arcade World. Had yellow paint. My wife wanted to get rid of the yellow paint pretty quickly, but yeah, this is what would eventually become version 3.0 of Wayne's Arcade World. We did keep some of these lamps. A lot of the stuff we did, either they took or we got rid of. But yeah, they had an insane amount. It looked like an art gallery. I don't know. He was big into John Wayne, so there's some John Wayne pictures there. He was pretty much obsessed. We still have this little lamp over here. He left us a lot of stuff, but they did take... We did have the stereo for a while also, but I did end up giving that to somebody. And then you can see here right in the corner that old TV and the tray, everything here. I literally just moved it from here to here because that thing is so obnoxiously big. I don't know. I haven't even tried it lately to see if it still works. It keeps on dying on me, but I might try it again and see if I can play River Raid on it briefly if it does work again. I don't know. That's going to be a future live stream, but yeah, this thing got moved over to here. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, it's the same rug. We got a new light put in here because this light over here broke, so we got a new light, LED light installed. But this is the closet, same set. I mean, this is it. You wouldn't recognize it, but yeah, this is what would eventually become Wayne's Arcade World. And then yeah, we cleared out some stuff. This is us after purchasing the house in 2021, starting to clear out. And then one of the earliest pictures I took of Wayne's Arcade World right here. Yeah, looks kind of bare, but we're just starting to get stuff in there. And if you want to see, if you think this is bare, if you think this is weird, I still don't have the light yet. I mean, got the TV set up, but if you want to see something even crazier, look at this. Look how bare. Yeah, this was all I had for decorations. A stereo, my DVDs, the lamp, the Christmas story lamp, leg lamp, and then that's it. Yeah, and eventually we would start to get a few more things. Again, watch this if you want, but you can see we're starting to I have the 2 tables here now. We're starting to put some stuff in here. So again, really cool video if you guys want to watch this. Now we got the lamps. We're starting to look a little bit closer. This is still 2021. And yeah, I only show pictures of 2021 because after that point, everything was really documented really well on, on my channel. So just kind of cool. I thought you guys would like to see that.
Hopefully, one day we'll have another bit.
But yeah, let's head back over to our stream. Hello, Todd. Welcome, Todd. Yeah, we shouldn't now that Todd's here, we shouldn't mention to him about my crazy dream to restore a Windows 3.1 machine that may or may not work or may not even boot on Windows 3.1. But it's weird with those mechanical hard drives. It's the data is probably still there. It was just unfortunately with the little I still have the device. It's like IDE or SATA or something to USB. And like I said, I was able to pull the hard drive off the laptop, off the Windows 95 desktop, plug it into adapter, plug it into it was a Windows 7 desktop at the time, or Windows 7 laptop, and it just literally treated like an external hard drive. So I dug it all out from there, put it to external drives, and now it's stored on multiple PCs, including the Windows 7 laptop that I have now. So everything's fully stored, but it never recognized the hard drive on the Windows 3.1 laptop and on the Windows 3.1 desktop. And I can only assume because it's probably a different file system, either something to do with the file system or it being like a 16-bit PC. So one or two of the combinations of that, unfortunately, couldn't get those files out. But it's a bummer. It would have been cool. It would have been cool to get those, and maybe one day that'll be I don't know. It would just be really cool to have something that working well that would actually just load Windows 3.1 like that. I would obviously have to get the CMOS battery fixed. I'd have to make sure it would actually start up properly. It had a lot of issues. I limped along as long as I could until it eventually just didn't power on, which again could be something simple as a power supply. Maybe all it needs and everything else is fine. I don't know. That's an old machine over there. So let's get that moved over here real quick. Okay. Don't remember having to get prompts all the time like that, so that's interesting. Oh, old XP machines. Well, Windows XP is still good because I have the laptop that we featured in the previous live stream, so that one's good. There's not a lot of space on there. I don't know. It could be some point I might want to do a project with that. There's not a lot I could do with that laptop. I mean, it's nice that it has my Windows Entertainment Pack, but I don't know. It would be something interesting to do with that at some point in time. But so maybe this will work. Maybe this won't work. It's running an install script for Microsoft VC Redistributable. Okay. I hope this works. Launching something. There we go. Okay. It was updated something. Yeah, so basically what I was discussing is that let me turn this volume off because we're going to get hit with comments again. Yeah, so I was able to pull off files off of Windows 95 and Windows 98 laptops and desktops, but I couldn't pull off files from a Windows 3.1 desktop. It had a lot of issues booting. It may just be a power issue, maybe like a power supply or something, but yeah, it was so weird. Like it wouldn't just boot into Windows 3.1 normally. I had to boot it in through a floppy disk, a 3.5 floppy disk, a recovery disk, and I had to load it up through the autoexec.bat config sys, and I had to modify something. It's been so many years, I don't remember what I had to do, but I was able to get it booted off the recovery disk, and then once it booted, it would load Windows fine. I wouldn't need a disk, but yeah, very odd. It was just kind of limping along, and I had to like do some batch scripting things to get it to work. It was a pain. So I have no clue what status it would be in and what the chance Windows 3.0 would load. But I would love to get access to those files. It's almost like I would have to like have a working installation of something like a live CD or something that would be able to read Windows 3.1 files and then get everything off there, but then be able to view it on a modern system. I don't know. It's a very, very kind of tricky thing, and yeah, I don't know what the chances are that I'd be able to recover it. But it's sitting in my basement in the closet. It stopped working, and the Windows 95 desktop stopped working, and the Windows 98 laptop just stopped working, and thankfully everything past that's been fine. But so now for this one, we have to follow a mission, which is to get adult beverages for the homeless folks in here. So we're going to try that now, see if we can actually do that. And I have a YouTube guide here, which might help me, hopefully. We'll see. Okay, I think he goes to this store here. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Papo. All right. Okay, can kind of zoom in and stuff too. That's cool. All right, we're back in our tomato store. Let's see, what did he buy? That was the question. He bought some malts. Okay. Okay. All right, what else did he buy? Okay, and then he bought the sweet potato. Okay. That one. Okay.
Yeah.
Papo Shoya Street, so. Okay, so he says this is where the whiskey can be found. Okay. Okay, so just load for now. Okay, let's see what he see exactly what he buys here. He buys the Scotch whiskey. All right, we got a thumbs up from Tyler. Welcome, welcome back. All right, now let's see. So yeah, right now I'm just following this awesome shout out to I don't really know how to pronounce this. Georgie Sipper. I don't know. Don't know how to pronounce that, but we're following his guide here about where exactly to go. Otherwise, I'm gonna spend like 10 days just trying to figure this out. So now we can get champagne in Don Quixoto's Camarocho store, which is kind of actually just kind of back where we came from. So Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just love I love the sort of vibe to it there, the tomato store vibe too. It's always kind of cool. Yeah, apparently apparently I can't carry too many items on me, so like. So let's go back in here now. Okay, well this is actually just where we were. I see, this looks, he's going somewhere different now. Okay, now this is not where we wanted to be, I don't think. He's going to some really weird decorated store here. Like some kind of like almost like a flea market type place, so. No, it's back this way somewhere. Yeah, it's like, ooh, is that like a subway? Can we actually go down here? No, it's not letting us go down there right now. Bummer. Oh, I thought maybe we could go to the subway. That'd be cool. Yeah, he goes in this door right here. Okay. Oh, I like the feel of it for sure. Yeah, let's see what he picks up here. Mountain Dew. They have Mountain Dew apparently. Oh, this is where you get the champagne apparently. I love that they have a 350 milliliter can of Mountain Dew. That's funny. I don't know what they did it for, but okay. Apparently it says if you get, someone just put a comment here too, that if you buy the expensive champagne, the gold champagne for 20,000, instead of the cheap one and give it to the homeless, you will get a municipal achievement called Rich Taste. So apparently you want to get the expensive stuff. Now let's see here. Let's go next. And the last one, the sake, can be found in the M Store Camaracho. Okay, let's see. It's like you have to kind of travel a bit for that one, whereas this one way up here. So let's see. I just kind of we can go up this way, I guess. Cool decorations here. I like the lights. A lot of trees here too. This is nice. Sega High Tech Land. Don't have time right now. We're on a mission. No time for fun games. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we gotta have a fight once in a while. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the pretty revolutionary for the time for sure. Yeah, that would we would never really have expected anything like that for sure. Let's see what he picks up here. Okay, Saki. So let's see. Did we get all the items from the first store? Let's see. Let's make sure. What did he get? Yeah, got our achievement. Rich taste. Thank you, pin comment, for that. Okay, so we didn't get the beer yet. So. Let's see, maybe that one convenience store that's right there has it. Maybe he already had that in his inventory. I don't remember picking that up, but. They have beer.
立花不動産。
ああ、いや、さっきも一件終わって、
さっきまでやってたの。
いらっしゃいませ。
Okay, so they say
いらっしゃいませ。
it's not called beer, it's called malt. Okay. So there we go.
ありがとうございました。
Okay, so this should make the last guy happy. Make multiple big cities with buildings answerable. Oh, I'm sure. As they continue to get faster processors, faster machines. Just wait till the GTA 7 comes out. Wait, if that comes out in 20 years or whatever it takes. You're going to see some crazy graphics then, for sure. Yeah. It's going to be pretty much going to be reality at that point. Yeah, looking back at the chat, capacitors. I'm sure there are definitely some bad capacitors on that as well, no doubt. WarioWare. All right, let me look into that one. I will check to see if I have that one, but I'll definitely play that. I'm going to take a screenshot here just so I remember to go back in that. But yeah, I will check if I have that on the Retro PC. Not a problem. Did it save it? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll look at that. Yeah, I can't really say if that's a one that I'm too familiar with, WarioWare. I'm assuming it has something to do with like Mario, Wario, and interesting. I will look that one up.
The water of life, as a poet once said.
Hey, he talks! Oh my god.
Tongue all limbered up now?
Yes, sir. Rest of me is too, for that matter.
You sure you're all right there?
Oh, I'm all right. Look, problem is, I just don't know how much I can really offer you, buddy.
The jobs that Tachibana's firm put you up to. Let's start there.
Sure, they give you an address and tell you to camp out for the day. Try to make a nuisance of yourself. Easy money. Just finished up the last spot a few hours ago, in fact. Next gig starts tomorrow. New location.
The one that ended today, that was the Yakuza building, right? I was there earlier.
You were?
December 2027, okay.
Plenty. What else is there?
Who reaches out to whom? Do you go to Tachibana for assignments?
Nah, they come find us. Same way you did. Actually, sometimes it's Yakuza hiring us to do the same thing. Tojo clan guys. They need places cleared out too. Seller's market for bums like us these days. Not like it matters to us if it's Tachibana-san or Yakuza. If somebody's offering cash, we'll turn up.
You do what you gotta do. One last question then. Any of you guys know where Tachibana's people might hang out?
Oh yeah, Champion District. See them going in and out of there a bunch. Place is a bonanza for speculators. All the little bars there, ripe for picking. If somebody were able to bundle those properties up in a single package, they'd make a killing.
Are you saying you think that Tachibana's trying to take over the whole district?
Maybe. Then again, it ain't just him knocking on doors down that way. Tojo clan wants those stores too.
Word to the wise, though. When the locals there clock Yakuza types like you, they clam up tight.
I see. Thanks for all the help. Take care.
Yeah, I wish you can go in more of the buildings. There's a lot of buildings, unfortunately, you can't go into.
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah. What? Ah. Hmm.
Japan.
What?
Yes.
Hmm. Ah.
Big scary deck collector. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Hey.
He gone.
Hey.
I think it's pretty close to what I expected, for sure. Definitely some different surprises along the line. I like the storyline so far. Definitely good there so far, for sure. But yeah, kind of similar, I guess. But yeah, interesting storyline for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
4.0. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Why suddenly sold that? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a little suspicious for sure. Okay, apparently this is the championship district here. Yeah, interesting. Only in the kind of right side of the map. This kind of reminds me of that little sort of bar area in Shenmue, in the first Shenmue.
Seriously.
Yeah, a little alleyway. I remember they. I can't wait to go back into Shenmue 1 again and kind of do revisit my saves on that. It's gonna be fun walking around again. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna do that again yet, but I do want to do that soon. Kind of revisit the old saves in Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2, obviously in particular. That'll be fun. Yeah, speaking of which, pretty soon, in a few minutes, we're going to get back into, what does that say? Syntax air. Interesting. Outer space.
You lost friend? Why are you here? No dogs or Yakuza served in this neighborhood.
I was told that men from Tachibana Real Estate have been coming around here. You know any?
If you're smart, you'll stop asking and walk away, Tojo boy.
I'm not Tojo Clan. I'm not here to cause trouble for the shops either.
Fuck you aren't. What's your interest in Tachibana Real Estate then?
I just want to learn more about them. Doesn't have to go down like this. Nobody's ever happy to see me.
We're tired of Yakuza snaking their way into our community. If we need to protect the businesses ourselves, that's what we'll do. This district is all that most of us have left. You people want to run us out? Over our dead bodies!
Hey, listen, man. I'm telling you, I just came to talk.
Cut the shit! This is the only thing you scavengers understand! Damn it. God damn you.
Now will you finally hear me out? I promise you all, I'm not looking to hurt anyone. Understand? This is just about Tachibana Real Estate. I want to know what they've been up to here.
I'm not saying one word to you. Nobody in this district's gonna sell them out.
Sell them out? Isn't Tachibana trying to acquire the land?
The hell? Get it straight. Tachibana is the only thing standing between us and the Yakuza. That firm is the reason the Champion District is still whole.
Is that true?
You tell this guy, Oda-san.
Nice night out, isn't it? Fancy running into you again, compadre. Back at Namase's, could have sworn you said you're not Yakuza.
Hard as it seems for some people to believe, I'm not. Anymore, at least. Ex-Dojima.
The Dojima family? Why did it have to be those bastards?
I'm here on my own. I renounced my oath to them.
So what the hell's a Yakuza turncoat doing sniffing around about Tachibana?
Because your boss himself invited me to join up with you all.
Huh? Hold on. What's your name?
Kiryu.
Kiryu.
Well, I never heard of you. Let's see if we can't clear this up.
I love the classic 80s cell phone. Perfect. That's cool. Only he'd be rich enough to have a cell phone that day.
Proceeding as ordered. Thank you.
Are you satisfied now?
He says that if you're so damn curious about us, you should stop by the same place as last night. He'll meet you there.
That's so. Fine.
Do us all a favor and don't come back around here, though, yeah? Things are a little tense right now.
Those men, they seem to think you're protecting them from the Yakuza. Are they right?
Well, that's one way of putting it. The boss has certain policies.
Meaning what?
The Champion District's all that survived of this city after the raids back in the war. The rest of Kamurocho burnt down and regrew again from these ruins. The boss believes that as outsiders, we have no right to the place.
That's quite a change in philosophy compared to what I saw from you before.
At the Aqua building? Whole place was nothing but tourists looking to cash in on the boom. That Namas is a real mercenary. He'll play you his sad little civilian song and dance, but I assure you, he chased the last tenants out of there just the same. Call it karmic retribution. Well, that's how I prefer to look at it anyway. Regardless, I do what I'm told.
And according to you, this, all of it, it's fair play?
I never introduced myself. Oda, I've worked with our president for a long time. On-site acquisitions, mostly. So, what do I tell the big guy? Should he expect to see you tonight?
Yeah. I think I might like to chat a little further. I have to admit, it's starting to feel like Tachibana's got more going on than meets the eye.
I agree.
You want some? Alright, 129. Alright, so I think this is where we're gonna stop here real quick. And then yeah, we are obviously gonna do Shenmue for a little bit as well. So make sure we got the loads all here, right? Yeah. Let's see. 129. Yep, perfect. Awesome. So we're good there. Cool. All right. We're going to have our little bit of intermission. I got to go downstairs.
switch over some laundry, and then we will start in Shenmue. And we do have an exciting thing to announce here. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. It is purchased. Not installed yet, but it is purchased. I don't know. Obviously, we're kind of big in these two series. I will at some point start this. I don't know when, but we will do dedicated live streams. But it is purchased. Just needs to get installed. 16 gigabytes. Not bad at all. Not unreasonable. I mean, it's smaller than the original Shenmue, I believe. Shenmue 1 and 2, that's even smaller than that. So, not too bad. But we have it. We do have it, guys. So, it's officially going to be another series at some point on the channel. So, yeah, it's possibly doing a third series. So, I have a feeling that it's going to take us a while to get you through Yakuza for sure. But, yeah, I can't imagine, like, how many, like you said, how many installments are. Yeah, it's like, there's still, like, it's going to, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through this Yakuza, but we still have, yeah, how many Yakuza do we even have? This is the first one, Kiwami, and we have 2. That's what we got now. Yeah, still some sales. I'm not going to buy it yet. Yakuza Like a Dragon. This might be the original. I'm not really sure the difference on these. I'll have to look in. Then we have 3, 5, 4. These are all pretty cheap, which is cool. 50% off, and then I think there's like little like DLC, different things you can get, costumes or whatever. I don't know. So we'll figure that out. But I think this might be the next one. Not really sure, because when Yakuza Like a Dragon also was, I think, one of the originals. I'm not really sure, but one of these two, I think, is the next one we'll do. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to take a long time to get through all these. And then we have 3, 4, 5. And then I guess they made a new one. That would be 6, right? 6 would be the new one. So this came out 2021. 2021 remastered. 2021 remastered. 2020. 2025. 2025. So these were like re-releases, I think. Maybe these are like the same game. I don't know. Not really sure. The first I'm not. I have looked at it, but I'm not too good in the series. So I'm still trying to kind of figuring out how the timeline works and all that. But all right. So then we'll be right back, and then yeah, we'll get started for maybe about an hour or so. Work on Shenmue, and then that'll be wrap it up for the week. Be right back, guys. Alright, guys, are you ready? For Shenmue, here we go, Shenmue. Oh, I gotta get the sound on back on. Here we go. There we go. Oh, we have a little bit of an interesting kind of anniversary here. Before we load that. Yeah, you can see June 8th, 2026 was the last save we ever did in Bayou Village. June 8th, 2:39 a.m., 2026, the last save we did in Bayou Village. So we've been more or less in Nauru for about the past month now. So we've been in the bigger city now for about a month. So there you go. And actually, yeah, it's June or 7/7, July 7th was the last save yesterday. So yeah, we've pretty much been in Nauru for about a month now. So how time flies, I guess, huh?
Do you have a moment?
Of course.
How do I get to New Paradise?
It's over there.
Thank you very much. Chopping wood, huh?
That's hard.
Let me chop.
Of course. Yeah. Good. That's the way. Just like that. Bullseye.
Yeah, ultimately, we need to have in one of those 2 installments. We gotta finally have a fight with the Landi. I mean, you know, been teasing it. You know, I remember like it was in Shenmue 2 where you like went off in a helicopter or whatever like that. Like, oh man, it was so close. So I hope there's a big fight. I wish we had it in Shenmue 3. Obviously, we're not.
Good. That's the way. Good. That's the way. Yeah. Good. Bullseye. You did it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, we'd kind of like to know what the backstory of that is for sure.
Impressive for such a young man.
Let me chop some wood.
Of course, young man. That's the way. Good. Yeah. Bullseye. That's the way. Good. Yeah. Bullseye. Yeah. That's the way. Good. That's the way. Good. Yeah. That's the way. You did it.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was a cool touch. I was definitely not expecting to see the Route 66 on there. That was a cool touch.
The way.
I can definitely say there was a lot of foreign visitors during my Route 66 adventures, for sure. I met a couple from England. There's some folks going through like this really old classic car. I think they were from like Czechoslovakia or something like crazy like that. So yeah, that'll be exciting. I talk about all that in the upcoming videos, obviously, and show what I can to everybody. But yeah, that'll be pretty cool when you guys get to see that eventually.
Impressive for such.
No.
Didn't. There are.
Excuse me.
Have you come to train? You can practice your... You can... One wait. It's as if you... Let's pair you with a valiant opponent. The one and only White Dragon.
That's true. That was pretty much a foreign thing for them, you know, for sure. Ah, this guy's a tough one. Oh boy.
An unfortunate outcome. From the looks of it, you lack technique. Why don't you learn?
Tell me I don't have technique.
Rooster step, huh? Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah, exactly. Totally, or total retro. It's already kind of retro for sure. Possibly. I would like to have a PS system at some point to play some of the games that like I can't play on the retro PC. Getting something possibly like a PS4 might be kind of neat too as well. Because then I can like passively play PS2, PS3, and PS4 games, possibly all. So that might be kind of cool. Get my map back up here again. There we go.
Pardon me.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to apply for a VIP card.
Please note that it will take about 2 months to process.
What? I was told that you can get a VIP card right away if you have a referral.
Do you happen to have one?
Yes.
Please produce it now.
Here you go.
Very well. That will be 300 yuan.
What? You charge a fee?
I collect a 300 yuan processing and handling fee.
All right then. I'll pay.
I shall now issue your card. Be sure to bring it with you whenever you come.
Possibly. I think it's definitely everything I think is possible for sure.
Excuse me.
Are you in need of tokens?
Maybe next time.
Do come again.
need to see your VIP card, sir.
Ah, my card.
Possibly. I mean, there's gotta be cats on every planet. I
Many
mean,
thanks, sir. Enjoy yourself.
we're going into the VIP area, guys. We did it. Let's see what's down here. Yep, exactly. Oh wow. Well, this is some kind of cool thing down here.
I was drinking at the bustling diner when this Japanese guy wanted to fight me with karate.
Wow, that's crazy! And then?
Oh, totally.
That karate punk broke a glass and tried to attack Big Bro with it, but
What?
Big Bro dodged it by a hair and countered him. The karate whip ran away with his tail between his legs. We went after him, but I gotta say, he was a master at running away. I guess that's the one thing karate practitioners are good at. Isn't that right, bro?
Yes,
Amazing! You're so strong!
Hey. Hey. What's your problem? Do it, bro. It's him again.
How dare you? I won't let you off easy this time. Make me laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, really cool sight to look. Look at how things looked way back when, for sure. Oh, sweet. Okay, thanks. Yeah, let me send me out to improv. Check it out.
Oh man, we brought him to our office.
Office? Where is it?
Oh, Todd, just let me go.
Where do I find this office?
You gotta go around Hotel Yakuza.
Draw a map.
Hey, I I can't draw anything until you let me go. Come on, let go of me.
Okay. Oh, yep, I recognize that arc. 2004, crazy.
Oh boy.
Long time ago. Yeah, did all that on PlayStation 2, huh? Gotta go.
Nothing more to do here. Let's hurry to the Red Snake's hideout.
My map here. There we go. Not on the controller. Okay. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm kind of surprised, though. I think all that would have been on a controller, though. Interesting.
Excuse me.
Welcome, Armin. Thanks as always.
Excuse me.
Until next time.
Yeah, so I figured out where the hideout was a while ago. It's on the map. So I kind of don't even need the map that they gave us. Obviously, we kind of know it for a while. It was actually kind of right behind where they do the log splitting job. It's right back there. Pretty easy. Oh, okay. So they can buy houses and stuff. Okay, cool. All right, interesting. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.
Yeah, and there it is. Put the sign down, so I guess we can go in there now.
Chopping wood, huh?
That's hard work.
Let me chop some wood.
Of course, young man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, GTA Vice City 2 years after. Yeah, crazy, huh?
That's the way. Come on. That's the way. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot for PS2 for sure. And it's just a kind of a bummer that I don't have the PS2 on the retro PC. I probably have some kind of GTA thing, but unfortunately I'm kind of stuck with it.
That's the way. Yeah. That's the way. Bullseye. Just like that. Oh, yeah. That's the way. You did it. That's the way. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. That's the way. Good. Yeah. Good. Such a fresh.
Let me chop some wood.
Of course. That's the way. Yeah. Good. Yeah. That's the way. Good. That's the way. Yeah. Good. That's the way. Yeah. That's the way. Good. You did it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for the link. I will look into that. Yeah, cool.
Just like that. Good. Yeah. That's the way. Good. That's the way. Good. Yeah. Just like that. That's the way. Yeah. That's the way. Yeah. Impressive for such a... Let's chop it.
It's really late. I think I'll head back to the hotel. Hey, Shenmue.
Leo, tell me you found out where those thugs are hiding.
Well, we still need to be careful. But yes, I think I know where their hideout is.
So you know where my father is?
I don't know. I'm going alone.
Alone? But why?
I have to see what we're up against. The red snakes are dangerous.
All right,
I'll let you know what I find. Just wait here.
of course. Leo, I'm going to go back to the room.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think she likes it. I mean, it sounds like she likes it, I think. Coming from such a small town, you know, it's probably a big change for her.
I've also found herbs here in the owl.
Really? Even here?
Yes, and the shops here pay a lot more for them than the shops in Bailu.
Oh, yeah?
There's a hospital and a pharmacy too. I guess with all the people living here, there's a greater demand for medicine.
You're probably right about that.
I'd like to give some to my father and take him to the hospital here.
Yeah. You mentioned that he wasn't always in great health.
No, he wasn't.
It'll be okay, Shenhua. We'll rescue him and take him to a good doctor here in the city.
Thank you, Leo.
Looks good. Guess I'll take it.
Hey, you!
Yes?
You need to pay for your room tonight. Don't tell me you don't have any cash.
No, I do.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Be careful. cops are out there somewhere.
Yeah, I know. You should watch out too.
Right.
Stay away from anyone suspicious looking. Then come find me.
Okay, I will.
Ooh, that's close. Oh, man. Shenmue 3 does a really good job with the music. I'd almost want to say Shenmue 3. Oh, man. I don't know. I gotta revisit my past saves and maybe I can make a good judgment on it again. Kind of re-review it all. They all had such good music, but Shenmue 3 it's really good. Especially in like Bayou Village and stuff like that, but yeah, that's tough to say. Virtua Fighter, what the heck? Okay.
Boss, this is him. The Japanese guy who got in our way.
You've got some guts to barge in here on your own.
Where's Ren?
Yeah? The Afro geezer and hard-ass grandpa. Show me a good time, yeah. None of you interrupt our fight.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for rewatching it, man. Appreciate that. Yep.
Off you go. Train more before you come back.
Damn it.
Leo. Leo, what happened?
I went to the Red Snake's hideout.
Their hideout?
I heard Mr. Young was there, so...
My father?
But I didn't see him anywhere. I have to defeat them.
Oh, okay, cool.
No matter what it takes.
Are you...
Oh, yeah, perfect, man.
Leo.
I'm glad I seemed interesting. Yeah.
Just figured out where those red snakes are hiding.
Oh, okay.
Look at you, finally proving useful. You might want to brush up on your fighting skills a bit, though. Still, you did good, man. I don't want to hear it. Leave the rest to me. I feel like I've finally gotten my bearings. Give me a call when you head for the hideout. I'll be waiting up on the second floor of the ferry terminal. Don't forget, serious, man.
Got it.
I would say a little bit different. Yeah, it used to be a really, really small town, but it's definitely grown up quite a bit for sure.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, a lot of training stuff for sure. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, the controller's been working pretty good. Yeah, no, it's worked pretty well. A little different in each game, but you know, you get used to it for sure.
Maybe I'll practice some more. I'll save it for later. Excuse me.
Have you can open. What will you do? It's as if, let's have a night.
Yeah, it's a little bit more limiting, I guess, than yeah. It's a good point. Man, this one's a tough guy to beat.
An unfortunate outcome. But why don't you...
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, it's hard to beat that one.
Rooster step, huh? Maybe on.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds about right, yeah. It's probably pretty accurate. Yeah, that's a lot of time, isn't it? Wow.
Maybe I'll practice some more. Never mind. Hi, Mr. Dutching.
Hey, bud. You came at a good time. Want to do some work?
Sure.
Oh, great. I could really use the help. Let's get started then. The cargo I marked on your map goes into this warehouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. I know.
Here's the map.
That seems like such a long time away, you know?
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I figured I had to do at least one forklift job tonight. For a little while. And then we're probably going to wrap up the stream after that, because it'll be it's probably going to take a little bit more time to go through some of these fights again, so figure it'd probably be a good spot to end it for the night. And for the week. Nice. Some good money out of that.
Great job, buddy. This port is crazy, but you still met the quota. I'm gonna have to give you a little extra for this.
Got it. Thanks.
Come on back, you hear?
Okay. I'll see you later.
There he is. And that's going to end it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream tonight. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Todd, for joining a little bit earlier, as well as John. I have a feeling we're going to have some pretty big fights coming up next week with the Red Snakes. There's some pretty intense battles. Hopefully we'll get through it. We made it. We made all the fights in Shenmue 1 and 2. I think we can do it here too, but that dude looked like he was pretty big, so I think it's going to take a little bit to beat him. But we got Ren. I've been saying for a little while, I want to do some fights with Ren. And it looks like maybe we're actually going to be able to do some fights with Ren, so I'm pretty excited for that. Tag teaming up with our buddy Ren. I'm pretty excited for that, so looking forward to that. That'll be next week sometime, obviously. But for now, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Appreciate you guys joining. Stay tuned. There will probably, hopefully if my, I said I'm getting up pretty early in the morning, but hopefully if I'm not too busy, we'll be able to do a video coming out, which I think is, I think it's a regular video. I think it's our first post New York video. I think that's the one that's going to come out. Somewhere out within the next week, there will be another Wayne's Uber Eats adventure as well. I have not filled another gamer short yet. That'll come eventually. I still got to do the 1-year review of the laptop here. I have not filled that yet, but we'll get to that eventually. But you will start seeing every 3 or 4 days or so. Starting to see pretty regular, the regular videos coming out, and then kind of be mixed in with the Uber Eats adventures. So, hope you guys enjoy all the content to come. And we'll see you, hopefully, if all goes well, we will see you Sunday night for the next live stream. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.